Hey, how you guys doing tonight? It's a Knife Culture USA. And I got a new knife in the other day. I've been wanting to get one of these for a long time. It's the first time I saw one on eBay. Got it. It's used. Obviously, it's not brand new, but it's still in really good shape. Obviously, you guys have seen one of these before. It's a Skyline from Kershaw. To be exact, it's the Skyline 1760. This thing is actually awesome. As soon as I put it in my hand, I just loved it. It's so light. I mean, extremely light. The G10 is pretty nice. Sometimes it doesn't. Obviously, it's not assisted. This is just manual. But this knife, it fits in your hand like perfectly. I love the way it works. I love the way it cuts. I've only had it for like a day or so, but I just love this thing. The only thing that disappointed me didn't have anything to do with the knife, was just that it's used and it's got some scratches and marks on the G10. But other than that, this is a great knife. I'm sure people have talked about this plenty of times. It doesn't seem like it would be amazing or anything like that, but I just love this knife. A friend of mine also got the newer one with the carbon fiber, which is really cool too. Maybe I'll be able to borrow that from him and compare it to this one sometime. But this one is just wonderful. As you can see, I switched it to tip up carry because I've come to like carrying knives that way. But this thing is amazing. I love it. Another great Kershaw. I'm actually already thinking about possibly getting another one. The blade actually is in really good shape. There's no play whatsoever. Up, down, left, right. As you can see, it's a liner lock. One of the cool things about this is that there's only a liner on one side. See that? No, on this side. This probably helps with the weight. And if you look, the centering is almost perfect. Obviously, I want to compare it to a couple things. The one thing I've been wanting to compare it to, I've been waiting to get one of these, is that Kershaw bevy that I had. I thought they were pretty similar in size. The weight on them is totally different. The bevy is a lot heavier. But the Skyline, which I'll put down right here, is very similar. The blades are very similar. Look at very similar. The Skyline's a little bit smaller though, but very similar knife. But like I said, the bevy's a lot heavier. It's got these heavy liners in there, and it's almost like not a liner lock. It's more like a frame lock the way that this thing's set up. But they are very similar. The blade shape is really similar. Actually, it's almost the same. This one's just a lot bigger, and this knife is just heavier. So let's put that aside. I have a couple other knives here to compare it to. Something a little bit less expensive, but great Kershaw knife that I just love. I just love the thing. I'm gonna do a video about this one. It's Kershaw Swerve. This is the assisted one, obviously. A little easy to pop open, close, one-handed. This thing is centered well, and is definitely heavier than the Skyline is. I'm gonna put the Skyline over here. But the size-wise, they're fairly similar. This is a lot heavier, a lot bigger in your hand. But I love this Swerve. I'm definitely gonna do a video on that. But if you look here, let's compare all the sizes here. That's the bevy, Swerve, and then the Skyline. The Skyline and the Swerve are very close in size. This is just a lot skinnier, a lot lighter in hand. Something that's a little bit more closer to the weight of it is the Kershaw Knockout, which it's hard to tell which one's lighter. And the size is very similar. It's just the Knockout's a lot bigger blade, a little bit different shape. It has the assisted with it, and it's not G10. It's this aluminum. Both very light. Both fit the hand real well. I love both these knives, but something about this new Skyline that I got. I think I may have to get another one of these. It's even smooth closing, and it's not a really super expensive knife. This thing is, I'm just loving it right now. Let's move all the rest of these to the side. I know I've gotten a little Kershaw thing lately, but something about these Kershaws, I just seem to like them a lot. So once again, we got our Skyline. Sorry about that. Our Skyline from Kershaw here. It's the 1760, I think it was. Yep, 1760, made in the USA. Very good manual flipper, and light as can be. I recommend this knife to anybody, any style of it. G10. They even make aluminum ones. I've seen blue, orange, brown, all different colors. Some are harder to find than others. Some are a little more expensive than others. Maybe later I'll get another one compared to this, or get my friend's carbon fiber one and see how much the difference is in weight. Until then, like, share, subscribe, and thank you very much for following.